Yes, adafo mo nyina kwa ba edo ba platform we so host na agye na wona me abon nimpu adafo se siam ne mo kase Archbishop Duncan Williams no atwesi Mahama ene ne mpanimfo san adafo ha Black Western so no ewie ne nkomo bi to hyehyɛ na yen sensem ne nyina so de sanso enfama mo.
Angry Duncan Williams mad at these Ghanaian politicians. Hey. Now, Archbishop Duncan Williams is a great man of God. Oh, yes. He was born in Kumasi. Of course, to Ghana parents. Very powerful. His father, he said, was a believer in Agbala, aka black magic. He took him behind the house and they walked through a garden. And in the garden, he heard a tree talk. Black magic. And he grew up, went through a lot of bad times, drugs, violence, and what have you. And then he decided to go the way of the Bible. He became the father of the charismatic right here in Ghana. He studied under Archbishop Benson Idahosa of Nigeria. And in his own words, Idahosa said, when that guy came from Ghana, he was so timid. You remember him, Duncan Williams? Of course. He was born on the 12th of May in 1957. Oh my God. This is the man, Duncan Williams. Now, Archbishop Duncan Williams is the set man, or the man who is the head of the Action Chapel. There's a university in there, right here in Accra, the Dominion University, correct? He also has the Dominion TV, and he has a huge congregation. He's a man of prayer. Archbishop Duncan Williams. And I never end the story if I don't say this last part. He used to drink wine, and all kinds of wine. And he said he liked it because anytime he drank it, even as an archbishop, he would feel lame. In his own words. There was a day he almost ended his life as an archbishop, freshly married to his new wife, Madam Whittaker. They went to Dubai, climbed all the way up to the Burj Khalifa, and up there, he had just finished drinking wine. He had been drinking wine all the way from the plane. And his wife kept telling him, you are an archbishop. People shouldn't be seeing you drinking this. Man, you got to stop. You got to stop it. You got to stop. You know how Americans speak. But he said, leave me alone. It makes me feel good. In his own words, when he was up there, Burj Khalifa, he had taken enough wine, choice wines, and he felt like a bird. He wanted to jump from how many floors all the way down, flapping his wings. He took his wife to hold him and call other people to say, hey, you know what you're going to do? You're going to commit suicide. He said from that day, he told himself that he would never drink again. And that was the end. He said, when he drank that day, he saw human beings like trees. And he wanted to jump like the bird onto the trees. And then he would sing. Like the morning bird. How do they call that bird? You know, abubro, abubro, abubro. I love this man. Sometimes he can make you laugh your heart out. You know? Hi, Duncan Williams is not laughing. He's angry. He has addressed politicians in Ghana and he just fell short of cursing them, calling on diseases on them. And he didn't leave the women out. He said, some of you are giving your politician husbands sex, giving them enough energy to go and steal and rob. You are also part of the whole caboodle. Let's go to church. The man of God preached, and I love what he said. Watch this.
Once they push for their party to come to power, even though they don't have capacity, they are given position without capacity, they misbehave. And they have wives who will never tell their husband, you have never worked before. You've never set up any business. You don't pay taxes. How come suddenly you come home with briefcase of money? Where is this money coming from? Where is this brand new car coming from? Where did you get money to build this new house? You have never developed capacity. You haven't earned it. Where is it coming from? You don't ask questions. You enjoy it and give him more sex and encourage him to go kill, lie, steal, scheme, destroy, make money at the expense of poor people. And you don't understand the implication. I'm not cursing.
Archbishop Duncan Williams, he said, I'm not cursing you, but some of you would die. Some of you would have diseases that are incurable. Duncan Williams has spoken. Could he have seen something around? Or was he speaking generally? It's almost the penchant of a lot of politicians in Africa, not only Ghana. Once they get into power, for them it's time to steal. Now go to every politician in Ghana and see the number of people who are coming to see them. I just came out of an office of a lawyer, also a politician, and the number of people I saw there, I couldn't even engage him for 5 minutes because I felt bad that going for an interview and tens of people sitting there. Some of them, they had been there for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. And he told me, Black Rasta, 99% of all these people are here to ask to be given money, not to be given jobs. When we continue doing this to politicians, they take us for fool. They are not ready to build capacity. They rather are giving us fish when they could have taught us fishing. Well, Archbishop Duncan Williams has made it clear. He said, it is time to be more serious as a nation and consider politicians as employees, our employees. Respect yourself. Ask for accountability. Probe so that there can be accountability. That's all he's saying. My brother, if all men of God in Ghana will time after time talk about this, a lot of these politicians attend their churches. They should be able to tell them straight away that the church is not endorsing the foolishness and that they are seeing everything that is happening. For that matter, no matter how much tithe you bring, if it is from a stolen briefcase, there's no blessing coming with that. Cancer will be your portion. Look how passionately he spoke. Look how much anger he put in his message. These are the messages that hit the target. Archbishop Duncan Williams. Well, all we can say now is congratulations. We appreciate you, man of God, and keep preaching to the people real messages like this. We appreciate you and we love you. I want to see one of these days men of God refuse some tithes because they don't know the source of the income. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Archbishop Duncan Williams and other men of God to say we rejected 200 tithes from the church because we couldn't trace the source of the income. That's when this message will be more meaningful. Do you agree with me? If they bring the tithe and you just take, encourage them to bring tithes and pay the right amount of tithes, and you are not ready to look at their employment slips to be sure that they are actually gainfully employed and not doing sakawa and thievery, then the message is useless, isn't it? If a man comes to pay tithe to the church, there's a church building that is going to be put up, and he says, I have donated $2 million to the building of this thing to the glory of God. Man of God, clap for him. Clap, 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 clap. Right after that, pull him to the side and say, sir, without trying to look down on what you have done, what's the source of the money you are giving us? Well, I'm a businessman. What business do you do? Oh, the business I do is A, B, C, D, E, F. Can we look at some of the payments that you have had? Because any thief can say he's a businessman. Till the church starts going into some of this, all these messages will just be cryptic and limp. How many people agree with me? My brother, church building. You know that this person sitting there is not doing anything. It's an ashaw. Top class ashaw. She's a university